everyone, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been back. I just had a lot going on with school and just everything, really. Just getting readjusted to being back on campus after COVID. And just getting readjusted with campus life. And it's definitely been a roller coaster. I definitely don't want to be home. So I'm thankful to be on campus and have my freedom back. But yeah, it's definitely been like a lot going on. Just trying to balance everything. My schedule is busier than it's ever been with everything that I have going on, everything that I'm a part of now. And just school itself just has not let up. I thought that maybe with everything being kind of going back to normal, that the workload wouldn't be as horrible as it was when COVID first started. And granted, it's not as bad as it was when it first started, but it's still definitely a lot. And even like with some of my classes, like I can't even hardly keep up with the assignments because some of my professors are making it hard to like keep up with what's due, when it's due, or even where like the assignments are located. Like I have this one professor where, because typically when you have classes, right, and you go on Blackboard and you're looking up your assignments or whatever, usually you have like a weekly folder, right? You go to your weekly folder, you go to, because we're in like week 5, week 6 now. You go to the folder, you see everything that's due, and typically everything that's due for the week is in that folder. That's kind of the format that I'm used to. But I have professors now to where they'll say that something is due, but then you have to I have professors say something is due in the weekly folder, but then you have to go to like a whole nother folder to find it. I've had professors give like conflicting instructions on how to do things. Like I had this discussion board, and it's like she had one set of instructions on the discussion board, but then because it was like, oh, you have to she wanted us to do something with it, but then we couldn't because she had it to where you had to make a thread first before you could even see the responses. And so then she was like, oh well, it was confusing. And so just trying to keep up with all my schoolwork, making sure I'm not missing anything, that's been a headache. And just being back on campus, I don't know, I'm happy to be back on campus, but I do feel like Mason didn't fully prepare for everyone to be back on campus and for this many people to be back on campus, dining being one of those. And I'm probably gonna make a whole separate video about that, about just dining and how horrible that's been. And it's crazy because with the whole dining situation, right, like the hours are horrible everywhere. And I've been hearing stuff too about how they've been running out of stuff, like running out of ingredients, running out of certain things, and the place is just being understaffed and stuff like that. And so just with all of that, it's just unfortunate because you literally have over 30,000 students that go here, and everyone's struggling to get food because nothing's open, or they're running out of things, or they're having to close down early because of lack of staff. But then you have people who don't necessarily want to work there because people are being underpaid, and that whole thing. Because that's been a huge issue since I moved back on campus. It's just the lack of food. Even the dining halls just are not cutting it, and it's unfortunate for those who rely on the dining hall for food because they aren't really getting much out of it. Southside literally just banned water bottles from being inside the dining hall. It's a lot of stuff that just has been happening. And even with the dorms, because I thought it was just my room, but when I first moved in, I had a huge spider issue. Like, there were spiders coming from my window literally every single day, sometimes more than one, to the point where I'm pretty sure I got bit by one, because I woke up one day and I had like this huge bite under my arm, and I had never seen a bite like that before, and it was spreading. Like, it was really, really red, and it was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, I think I got bit by a spider. And so, you know, I've been having that, and then I've been hearing that there have been like spider infestation issues at other dorms like Liberty, and now we're hearing about mold being in dorms. I believe it was President's Park, but don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. But yeah, and then even too, like, some of my furniture in here I feel like wasn't really cleaned thoroughly. And so I honestly feel like Mason didn't fully prepare for everybody to be back on campus like they thought, and they missed the mark with a lot of things. And so, you know, as eager as I was to get back on campus and for things to get back to normal, I think we probably should have went into it a little bit more slower, and maybe with less people. Because even with testing, like, you know, they were supposed to decrease the amount of times that residential students get tested for COVID, but they've been sending out emails saying, hey, we're going to continue the whole once a week thing instead of once every 2 weeks. And I'm actually kind of glad that they're doing that, to kind of keep a hold on COVID in case of any outbreaks, because there actually have been a few cases of COVID on this campus, but it hasn't like been widespread. So, you know, clearly the masks and everything like that are working. But yeah, it's just it's a lot. And then just for me personally, again, trying to balance school, keep up with my assignments, and just trying to get a handle on my my anxiety, because as I talked about before, I have really bad social anxiety, and I've been way more social these past couple weeks than I've been in my entire like first really 2 years at Mason, because my third year was at home because of COVID. But just getting used to being around so many people, talking to so many people has been it's been challenging, but I've been getting through it. I feel like I've been getting better at it, but it's just, you know, an adjustment for sure. And so yeah, like, I've just had a lot going on. That's why it's been a minute since, you know, I've been back here. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to update y'all. This is my last year, hopefully, last school year, fall and spring, at Mason. It's my senior year. I'm praying to God that this is actually going to be my last year. Cause yeah, I'm tired, y'all. I am tired. I'm exhausted. I am sick of school. People keep asking me, because, you know, like, of course, when you hit your senior year, really when you're in college, but when you get to your senior year, you get hit with those same questions of like, oh, what do you want to do? Do you have, you know, any plans for after college? And it's like, I don't know. Like, granted, obviously it's going to be in the marketing field because I'm a marketing major, and I do have a preference for like digital marketing. But honestly, as long as I have a job that's in my field that pays well, I'm content. I don't really have a preference for a specific role or job title. I don't have a preference when it comes to like the company I want to work for. As long as I am making a good amount of money to live, preferably here in Northern Virginia, comfortably, I am fine. And people also keep asking me, am I going to go to grad school? No, I am not. I mean, grad school sounds great and all, but that's more money and more time that I just don't want to spend. And being in college has really shown me that sometimes it's not really so much about the degree, it's more so about your experience. And so I've really been trying to focus more on that, because at the end of the day, I just want a degree. So once I, you know, get my degree, my bachelor's degree, I will be fine. I will be content. I don't really want to do school for more than I have to at this point, because again, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of school. I haven't had a break. I'm tired of all the homework, all the tests, just everything. Like, I just want to start like doing stuff in my field, doing stuff with marketing. And so but yeah, I mean, that's about it for everything that's been going on. It's definitely been an emotional roller coaster for sure, for several different reasons. Some things I can't even talk about, but yeah, I'm hanging in there, trying to fight off the senioritis. And yeah, but it's interesting. Going back to school after COVID is definitely very interesting. But let me know if you guys that are in college or maybe even in high school, how school has been for you guys post COVID, even though we're still technically, you know, in the midst of COVID and the pandemic. Let me know how that's been going for you guys. And also, if you guys see me on campus, you know, say hey. You know, a lot of times I be in my own little world and I don't even be noticing like people who be talking to me, even people that I like know that I talk to on a daily basis. Like when I'm going somewhere, I'm laser focused and I really don't be paying attention to people around me. Like I just kind of zone them out. But if you see me on campus, say hey. I'm gonna definitely say hey back. I've already seen like a couple of you guys on campus who've been like, oh hey, I've seen you on YouTube. So yeah, you know, don't be scared to say hey. If you guys see me, I'm gonna definitely say hey back. And but yeah, that's all. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below about everything that I talked about and how your experience has been going back to school post COVID. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.